Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. You guys know what time it is.
It's review time, y'all.
Yes, brothers, and what are we reviewing today?
Today, we're reviewing Uncharted.
Bro, they finally gave us an Uncharted film.
Finally, after years of us asking for it.
Finally.
Ever since Uncharted 1, we've been like, yo,
This could be a movie.
this could be a movie.
And it didn't make sense for it to take this long, but it did, and here we are.
We here, bro.
We here.
Yep.
Shout out to 2022. It's breaking the walls down, Chris Jericho. All right, so for those out there that are new to the channel, let me explain how we like to review movies. We like to talk about the good, the bad,
Our favorite scenes.
And then we give it a grade.
but we also spoil the film because you can't talk about the film with the homies unless you talk about what you just seen.
It's
Right.
the only way.
So if you have not seen the movie and you don't want the spoilers, I'll be honest with you though. I think you guys can take the spoilers. But if you don't want them, go ahead and push that watch later, push that subscribe button, and thumbs this video up and come back. Just like Ice Cube told Smokey. Come back. Gentlemen, y'all ready to get into the review?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's get into this good.
All right, man. So let's jump right into the good, man. For me, the movie as a whole kept the spirit of the game. That was one thing I was worried about. Right off the bat, we're getting scenes that kind of are borrowed right from the game, but it's so great and refreshing to see them shot differently in live action.
Yeah.
I love the airplane scene. I love the pirate ship scene. I love the nightclub scene where he's flipping around and doing his little fight moves and stuff. He brought all his training and charisma from the MCU to the Uncharted universe, and it was executed perfectly.
All right. So for me, my likes, me personally, I'm a fan of puzzles and globetrotting in these type of movies, and that's what they gave us, y'all. I'm going there with it.
All right. One of my likes, honestly, it was more of like you said, actually a combination of what you guys said. I'm a big fan of this type of thing. I love origin stories. I love things in that sense. So when you're seeing the scenery and it's taking it back to actually finding what treasure you're looking for, and you are actually executing, get through the journey to the treasure, was very satisfying for me. Just seeing the water, the different styles of it, I enjoyed watching that for the most part. It was like they brought that to my attention, to the life. They brought it to life, like you said. So I agree with you on that too. That was one of my likes. That's actually kept me going with the movie. It was like, where we going next?
Right.
Yeah, like, okay. Oh, and I just add this in. I love the whole when they told you where you were at, the Uncharted words. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I
a
like
good.
that.
That was a
Yeah,
good little
that was a
taste.
nice
And
hit.
I took that.
A little way to cheat the exposition.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the bad.
All right, man. So if I got to get into the bad, I thought the movie was fairly enjoyable, but if I have to get into bad, it's this. The same way I said that the movie personified the spirit of the game, sadly, Tom Holland's performance did not. No matter what he said, every time he delivered his dialogue, his body language, his mannerisms, he was Spider-Man. That's not Nathan Drake. That's Peter Parker talking in every scene. He did not embody Nathan Drake at all. He's too young and too short. He's been playing Peter Parker too long. That was Spider-Man. This is a sequel to No Way Home. Sorry.
Hey, I can't even. Hey, all right.
The Nathan Drake swag wasn't there. Like, this was a nervous Peter Parker doing amazing stuff.
All right, bro. For me, I'm going with the action. I did not like the action scenes. I felt like there were fight scenes that were too long that didn't make any sense. You got Sully with this girl on his back that's somehow beating him up, and she weighs 100 pounds soaking wet when he could have thrown her off her and knocked her off in the first minute. Like, it was just stupid stuff like that had no business happening.
Okay. Damn. I don't know where to begin. No, just all right. Well, all honesty, I feel you guys' pain because we're movie guys and we see all this stuff all the time. We've been watching stuff for years. One of the issues with me with this movie was the essence was there, but the story and the dialogue was poorly written.
Agreed.
It didn't add up well at all because when you watch the playing field of where they're going and how they get there was too rapid. It was too fast. It didn't soak in. Like, we were trying to remember what city they were in. Like, there was no lasting impression with these towns or even with the mission. Like, when you watch things in these type of movies, they always leave something, teach you something. at the end of the day, and you weren't taught anything because the script didn't allow you to be taught anything. The dialogue was poorly written. It was multiple scenes where they sound like they were actually video game characters, and I didn't like that. It was easily noticeable. It was like, wow, they talking just like a video game. Where are you? I see you there. Like, oh man, it felt like Jumanji to a certain degree in certain parts. And I thought this movie was going to, evolve to a level after watching movies like the Sonic, where it was like, yo, like video game movies were getting there. Yeah. And it felt like they took a step back, because even when we was watching the relationships in the movie due to the script were poor. That's my dislike.
Yeah.
So
it's reasonable.
Let's go ahead and get into the scenes. Can I start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mine's is throughout the movie and scenes. I did not like, because I'm going to give you a like and a dislike, but I did not like this about this movie. There was no love interest. I didn't like that. You took elements out of this movie that the video games always give you, that any adventure game gives you. You have a love interest. There was no love interest. You had the females there. You had the males there. It felt like a middle school dance.
Yep.
Like, do something. That's one of my scenes.
So, no love scenes, huh?
It was nothing. She's sitting there, half naked.
They kept teasing it. Like, it was there.
I'm good.
He's a gentleman.
No, there's being a gentleman.
Peter Parker would never do that to MJ.
All right, I don't know. I just felt like a middle school dance, and I thought we were grown, and I thought we weren't. This is a grown adventure, you know what I'm saying? And I thought we were going to get that, and we didn't get that. No.
All right, so, gunfights, man, gunfights. I have to go there. I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna go there. There was only one true gunfight in this movie, bro. You had. Is
that what you call it?
You had people. You had them being shot at a few times through the movie, but the only true gunfight was between Chloe and the girl and the girl villain. That was the only true gunfight. Nate had his gun for less than a minute. He got the gun. They did something. He fell back and he lost the gun that quickly.
Hey, he didn't need a gun with his spider senses, bro. He was dodging bullets. It was crazy.
He don't have spider sense.
Yes, he did, bro. This was a Spider-Man movie. I don't care.
No, he has the Peter tingle. Remember?
There we go.
What you got, bro? Scene or like or dislike?
Oh man, so I'm right with you, man. The expositions and the just the linear storytelling in this movie was really bad, along with some bad script choices. But it was beautiful to look at. I love these locations.
There, yeah.
And if it wasn't for the letters, I literally wouldn't know where we were because the transitions were so bad. But I loved every scene with Tati Gabriel's character because I got a crush on her.
Okay, bet.
And she was a dope assassin in this movie. She kind of reminded me of a cheap knockoff of a 007 character, but to me, it kind of worked. And it could be me being biased, but I still liked it. It is what it is.
All right. For me, I'll do a like scene. The scene that I really like, and unfortunately is at the very end, was the whole pirate ship.
Yeah, that was dope.
I liked the stage design of it. It really came to life, and then the whole how they anchored up the boat, and they had the helicopter fight with it, and the boat boom. And it's like, oh snap! I really liked that. It had a lot of flavor in there. You could tell that they was like, yo, this is gonna be the last finale. We gotta make a lasting impression, and they really did. And actually, that scene changed the grade for me by seeing that scene. I was like, okay, you brought that. I F with it. I liked even the gold. The gold looked real. Yeah. Yeah. That's my scene.
All right, my like scene. It's the opening, man. The straight up when you first open and he's dangling outside of the plane. Yeah, man, I love that. That was that.
It brought you in.
Yeah, like that. It brought you in because it was like movie starts and we go in immediately.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Well, let's give this movie a grade.
Sure, you want me to go first?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, man. I gotta say, I thought this movie was gonna be garbage, and it wasn't. It wasn't the greatest movie, but it wasn't garbage. I gotta come right in and give it a 3. Right,
3 stars.
3 stars, man.
For me, I'm going to say I I'm gonna be honest, I forgot this movie was coming, y'all. So, but there was no promotion for the movie. I'm beyond
minimal, very minimal.
Very minimal
That's why I thought it was
promotion
gonna
for
be
the movie.
garbage.
So I forgot about it. But with that said, it was a decent flick. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2.5.
Okay. For me, I got the story. Uncharted is a story-bound movie. No matter what video game, it bases off the story, and the story doesn't hit well. The acting could be bad, but if the story is like it hits, it makes the movie that much better. Scenery, eye candy is always a good thing, but if the story can't hit, it really hurts the movie. And like you said, it wasn't a bad movie because it had elements of, the Uncharted world. It had great scenery. Action was mediocre, but at the same time, it still got you interested. But the story just did not hit for me. And with that, I have to give this movie 2.5 stars. It's not a bad movie. I think what they have done is it was a great experiment. And I think they should move forward with the films, but learn from their mistakes. Give us more action. Give us a love interest and make the story and the journey memorable. Give us that. Learn from Mission Impossible. Learn from Indiana Jones. Hell, the last Tomb Raider had a better exposition than this had, because remember the poisoning and stuff. They was like, oh, they was getting sick. It made sense.
Yeah. Even National Treasure, you could take some hints from that.
Yeah, The Mummy. Like there's movies like this that they can learn from.
The formula was there, and they should have just followed it. It would have been great
because it would have that lasting impression. Like this is not a rewatchable film.
I will say I like that it was an original story, at least that much.
Okay.
Yeah. To part 3 and 4. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. And don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm J3.
It's your boy Savage, y'all.
Saber rocks.
100,000 subscribers.
Let's go.